boiling hot fucking cup of coffee. Not put cold water in it.
We started, have we? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Bat and the Bandit, episode 32. I don't know about you, Lee. I've been sleeping like an absolute bag of shite.
Me and you both, mate. Since that last mushroom trip, mate, my fucking
Since
sleep. My sleep pattern. I'm always up early, but my sleep pattern has been fucked. 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
I've been waking up pretty much every hour on the hour in a frenzy that I've slept in. That I've missed my fucking English GCSE, and my ma's going to have to take me to school, and she's going to be raging. That's kind of where my head's at with like the frantic nature of how I'm waking up.
Same as you. I had a dream where I had woke up looking for my cocaine. in my dream, I was off my fucking nut, and I was like, fucking. I woke up and went, "Where the fuck's my gear?"
So you're smashing gear in your sleep.
Gear in my sleep.
Wake up.
I wake up happy. See, once I realise it was just a dream, I'm like, thank fuck. Do you know what I mean?
That anxiety completely fucking dissipates. I slept really badly last night. I don't know what's going on with me. Like, I'm just not. The heat has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, we fucking sleepers we got. They were helping you for a while there, were you?
We got these wee sleep aids out. They're called
like
sleep
aids, because we're trying to stay away from chemicals.
Stay away from anything chemical in that regard. I don't want to be taking diazepam or anything like that.
No, fuck that shit.
But I took 2 of those the other night and they helped. But then I don't want to get into a spot where I'm taking those every night just to get a couple of hours sleep. But
did you not take them last night then? No. There you go. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
well, I found mine. I had used mine to wedge a fucking window closed in the house, and so I ran about looking for them for like a day. I was like, "Fuck, I can't find them. I'll just go and buy some new ones." But me being me, I didn't go and buy them. You know what I mean? So I found them whenever I pulled my fucking blind down. I said, "There they are there." So I took 2 last night and had a great sleep. That was me up at fucking 6 o'clock this morning. That's like a lion for me.
Well, after that absolutely fucking seamless opening, how have you been, mate?
I've been good, mate. I've been good. We've been busy in the shop. Things are moving forward in general. A few wee fucking things we're going to talk about later on, mate, that are kind of grinding my gears. But
yeah. I mean? They've really come to light recently.
I know.
But we'll do a deep dive into that. How was Witchy Flash Day for you?
Dead on, mate. I was expecting it to be.
I was expecting it to be
because I came in.
I was still busy. Like, don't get me wrong, I was still busy. Unlike last time, it attracted the bare minimum of absolutely fucking mental bastards.
No, it was actually alright.
Which was nice for me. We were able to have
right.
I didn't have to hear too much about people's journeys, which was nice. Or the
you know, like an old journey story, mate. No,
mate. The only journey I want to listen to is just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. That was nice. I enjoyed that.
Beautiful.
But there was a nice atmosphere about it. Nobody was coming in and trauma dumping, which was was lovely. People were coming in, getting their tattoos, having a bit of. I think the good weather. Also brought out a niceness in everybody.
Plus I think we got here half an hour early, and there was a queue of people outside, maybe 7 or 8 people. Standing there ready to go. So by the time 11 o'clock came, me and Nikita pretty much had. That queue dealt with. So you weren't you weren't playing catch up. You know what I mean?
Had you have come in at 11, I think that would have been you would have constantly been about 7 or 8 deep until the end of the day. So whilst it was busy, probably as busy as the last one, it didn't feel as chaotic.
No, which leads us lovely on our idea here that we had yesterday with Ben.
Yes, this is great. Right,
this is fantastic. This is great. Go ahead.
We went round to Lee's mate Ben, right? Who's my friend that Lee has commandeered, right? Lee was getting his hair cut. I was just there for moral support because Lee and I can't really.
He doesn't like friend sharing. Sure, he doesn't. He's a fucking. Just doesn't like sharing his mates. You know what I mean?
I don't mind it, right? But it's when you start claiming them as your own.
He was getting tattooed with me 15 years ago. What's wrong with you?
That doesn't mean he was your mate.
He was my mate. He was my best mate back then. Before you.
You had no friends before me. Right? I am the alpha, I am the omega of your friendship. Right?
Fuck me.
Don't you fucking dare.
Keep going. Go ahead. Tell the story.
Fucking kill him.
Tell the story.
Right, sorry. So we jokes, Ben. We love you to death, Ben. You're a good lad. You're the.
This is the guy we said a couple of podcasts ago. He was like the big fucking white black guy.
Or big
white black guy.
Big white black guy, yeah. Whitey Black would be his was the
Whitey
name.
Black or Whitey Smally Smalls.
So anyway, he's a great lad, fantastic barber, absolutely fantastic barber. Does my hair, does Lee's hair, and we were in yesterday and we were just chatting away and we were talking about the Witchy Flash Day. And
Lee said.
We said. You nearly pronounced it right, mate. Well done.
He's a cunt.
Well done.
He's
Lee.
a cunt.
I can understand how you could get confused.
Keep going.
Lee and we sound very similar.
Keep going.
So
Fuck
we
me.
came to the conclusion that the majority of flash days, whilst they're not gender specific,
no,
they kind of err to the side of the more feminine.
But that's because it's a feminist studio. It's Nikita's place.
And we're not saying that's a bad thing by any stretch of imagination. There's this place is held aloft by wonderful, powerful feminine energy, which is lovely.
Yep, except for my booth.
Except for your booth. I was talking specifically about your booth. Oh, powerful. But we sort of thought, with that in mind, again, not making it gender exclusive by any stretch of the imagination. No, we're not. We're not saying like it's men only, no women can come.
Oh, we're not. We're not doing that.
No, we're not. We're not.
Why
We're not because women spend more money. So, but we thought about a more. The caveat of this was we had a discussion about male mental health.
Yeah.
And on a serious note, it's something that is paid lip service to.
It's kind of almost fucking laughed at, mate.
Well, yeah, yeah.
In today's society,
it's considered. Yeah.
The men out there who are doing everything for their families, and not that you're looking for fucking thanks or anything like that there, but sometimes other guys are the best way to get that fucking acknowledgement. Yeah, you're doing great, mate. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to get it from your kids. You're not going to get it all that much from your.
No, you're not. You're not going to get it from your partner because
you're in it together as far as I can see. You know.
Also, when your role is that of the provider is to provide.
Yeah.
It's not to be reassured. Mm-hmm. Your role as a provider is to be the one who does the reassuring.
But forget the shit that you're holding back.
100%.
You're not getting to talk about a lot of stuff.
We're all fucking vulnerable. Like we talk about.
We can't show our vulnerability to your family. That's the problem.
And we talk about. You'll hear us saying, "Oh, we went out for a pint on a Sunday." That's tantamount to a group therapy session. That's
and that's what it is.
It's like peer supervision.
And we fucking love that. Those moments where we get to sit together. Yeah. There's a team of us lads. We're very, very close. We're all brothers.
Yeah.
And whenever we get the chance, we go out for a couple of pints or a lot more.
Yeah.
And
it's not
the chat isn't bullshit. The chat's fucking, it's therapy.
The reason to go out is not exclusively for pints and to get drunk. It is to take a load off and to be able to speak without judgment, without recrimination, without projection of other people's issues.
And how many times have we been able to sit and say to each other, you were wrong, or you need, you fucking before we do this, let's all of us sit down and talk about this, so this shit doesn't happen again.
And it's judgment free. I mean? And it's judgment free. Or how many times have we been able to sit down and somebody's been able to say, I've not been doing too good?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I don't think there is a forum for that, a space for that. And I hate to use the word safe space or anything like that. But again, like an illustration of that is, I say a man only receives flowers on the day of his fucking funeral. I'm not saying like flowers is a fucking metaphor. You know, you can talk about the physical embodiment of actually getting flowers, but flowers in that situation is a metaphor for me for concern. So there's very little concern about male mental health. I think it's restricted to what. Is June Male Mental Health Month, or is there a day there or something?
But we're not going to stick to that.
Yeah, but no. So, speaking with Ben, we're thinking, what if we did like a what would you call it?
We call it a men's mental health flash day.
Yeah,
where we'll get the flash sheets out. Which, for those of you that don't know,
explain the concept of a flash day.
A flash day is essentially, so there'll be sheets with preconceived ideas of tattoos on it. Yeah. And whenever we do a flash day, they're usually cheap and cheerful, quick for us to do. Yeah. Get the crowds out.
Very fine line. Very
fine line. Lovely little tattoos that mean something new. So
it goes back to the day of pick and point. Basically, you get 3 sheets there, and you're like
old school tattoo studios. I mean, Pert McMurtry in the Ink Castle, he still has that, but that's all his drawings, man. You know what I mean? And he's never going to not have that. But most studios these days do not have that. So our flash day for the men's mental health, we're having a laugh coming up with some silly fucking ideas for tattoos.
I think we came up with some crackers.
Some crackers there, you know what I mean? And what we're going to do is we're going to do 20 or 30 of these little tattoos, and they'll be 30 or 40 quid each. Yeah. We're not looking to make a lot of money. We're looking to have a day where we can have beers in here. If you don't drink beer, there'll be coffee. And we're going to bring, and it's going to be open. We're going to call it Men's Mental Health Flash Day.
A men's mental health hang, you know.
Like a hang, yes. More like a hang.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get tattooed, you can still come down, hang out with us, get a chat, have a laugh. Yeah. Nikita isn't going to be here. She's going to help us do it, but she's going to
be very much male oriented.
It's going to be male oriented. Bring your partners if you want. There's no problem at all.
Bring your partner, but more importantly than that, bring your mate.
Bring your mate. Yep. Bring your buddy. Bring your buddy that you haven't spoke to in 5 years, or you speak to now and again on the phone.
Or maybe your mate that didn't go out the last time you went for a pint because he was tired.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know that's
because he's fucking wracked from all the shit that he's doing.
That's what I mean. Like we use tired as a fucking synonym for fucking mental. Oh, how you feeling today?
Fucking
tired today, man.
Tired. Just wore out.
Oh, he couldn't come out because he's tired. We use that as a fucking mask for saying we're not doing too well.
100%. I think we have to have that
something.
Yeah, there's nothing really. There's nothing now down in Carrickfergus. I think there's maybe one Lauren as well. There's something called the men's shed.
Okay, right.
And what it is it's just a big fucking shed, like a big container, where all these lads just come in, pay a couple of quid. They've got workbenches. They do wood shit together. They weld shit together. They hang out together. And I think that's fucking men's. It's a men's health thing. Men's mental health. We're not saying that we get overlooked. We're not looking for any sort of fucking...
No.
We're not looking for anybody to say, oh, woe's me, because it's not the case, because we are what we are. We look after our families. We make sure we have everything we need. We make sure everyone around us has everything we need. But I'll be honest with you, without you lads, I couldn't... It would be very hard.
Yeah, we're not doing the woe is me middle-aged white man thing. We're not saying it's hard to be a middle-aged white man. No. We're saying that from our experience,
hard to be a man, just sometimes in general.
We just happen to be men, and like we struggle. I've had my struggles with mental health. I think everybody has. Not
me. Like I'm too hard.
You're far too hard for that. I know that for a fact. Man, I've never seen you cry. But you can only talk. We can only really talk about it because it's relative to us. I can't sit here and pontificate about women's mental health.
No, because it's
not my lived experience.
And here, it's not something that we should be able to even. No. I mean, we can't be seen to be.
We can't be the arbiters of that.
And us getting on like we know what you're going through. We don't. We know what we're going through. We know what our friends are going through.
We can only talk. We can only talk about our lived experience, and then maybe try and use that to help other people.
And here, we've had some experience, haven't we?
But yeah, we've had great.
You see, the more sober, the more clear-minded that I am. I mean, I smoked my first joint last night before last.
Yeah.
And that I've had in 5 weeks, and it put me in my fucking ear. Yeah. But it's been nice, just this clear-mindedness, because. For me, I'd be waking and baking. So it would have been. And that's 5 weeks without any. That I feel now that I want to kind of... I'm seeing the world a lot more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm seeing... I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. And, you know, it's not always good, Phil. It's not always good. And it's not always good to see people that you know, that you like, people that you love, struggling day to day, and maybe you haven't recognised it. So that's on us to kind of fucking start to accept and recognise and
the majority
talk about, you know.
The majority of chemical stuff dulls your sense of empathy, and it makes you a considerably more selfish person. Like I've noticed that since my way. I don't know if you know about this, but I had a wee health scare since that.
As a man with a heart condition.
As a man with a heart condition. No, genuinely, but since that, and I find myself taking care of myself a little bit more.
Yeah.
I have, as you say, I have noticed what's going on around me more.
I have been a little bit more in tune. It's scary, mate.
Yeah, with that kind of stuff. But yeah, we want to do that. We'd love your feedback. If you're,
we would love you to come. Once we put this together, it'll all move pretty quick.
Yeah.
Ben is going to come. He Stay Sharp Barbers. He's going to come around. He's going to use our back bit. He's going to do quick trims and stuff like that.
Quick trims, shape ups,
and beards and whatnot. He's not going to be in there doing a fucking 45-minute skin fade. It's going to be coming in, getting quick trim.
Get your beard sorted and stuff.
Bit of crack, bit of chat. Back out. If you fancy a tattoo, you can get one. If you don't, you know, you can hang about and have a beer and get a chat with us.
And it doesn't mean that we're trying to bring a hairdresser into the studio or anything like that.
No, because who the fuck would do that? No, who would do that the other way around, mate?
It just means that we're just trying to provide
a day
and something to facilitate conversation. Because obviously, I come from a counselling background. See, if you're sitting across a table like this in a clinical setting, let's talk about your feelings today. You're going to tell the person to fuck off. The real work is done by going out for a pint with your pal, by going for a walk with your pal, by getting a tattoo with your pal, get matching tattoos with your best mate. Fuck me, do you know what I mean? Like,
my fucking man.
Some of the ideas We had some fucking daft ideas. Just something sort of like a wee bro before hose tattoo. You and your best mate get that. You know, even
I'll be one to show your wife when you get
home. Even like a wee silhouette of Turk and JD from Scrubs.
Are we on fucking like not feeling bad about it? We bottle of beer or something. Fucking 3 X's in the label. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. There's so much we can do. You know what I mean?
Just a wee ice hole in the ground. 2 rods in it. Eskimo bros. do you know what I mean? Just dumb shit like that. But that's something we're thinking of doing, and it's more so.
And they'll not all be stupid ones. We'll do poignant ones as well.
Yeah, we will do ones that matter as well. We'd also like your suggestion on what you might want to see on a flash sheet as well. But
essentially, it's going to be a little bit of a dude party with a tattoos and a bit of haircut.
That's it, and it's kind of just to create. At the very least, a conversation, because the biggest killer between men 18 to 35 is taking their own life.
And listen, and it's fucking epidemic in these towns.
Especially, small towns like this, Lauren Carrick. How many times do we have people in here getting memoriam tattoos?
How many people do we know?
And they'll say, he never said anything.
He was fine. He was fine. Do you know that whenever my uncle had committed suicide, this is back in the late 90s, that when they were speaking to my mum, when the cops were speaking to my mum about it, because she was very close to him, that they said that most people that commit suicide, and this is worth taking note of, by the way, most people that commit suicide will be fine, will be happy, and then it'll just happen. But they said that there's an hour window when they decide to do it, that if it goes over that hour, it goes away from them.
Yeah.
When they decide to do it, there's an hour window of them leaving the bar, leaving wherever they are, going, setting up what they need to set up to do it. But if you can get them past that hour window, so listen, my point here is that if you're feeling like that and you feel like you're within that fucking hour, lift your phone, ring somebody. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if they're going to say it was a cry for help or anything else. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it saved your life. That's an important hour for you to make sure that you lift the phone and say, listen, Phil, I'm going to do something stupid here. I feel like I'm at the end of my tether, and it's so important to be able to have someone that you can lift the phone and talk to. But there's an hour window, and that's an important fucking point here.
You would rather a cry for help than somebody cry at your funeral.
Yeah, that's it.
As fucking contrite as that sounds. But there was also, just to go back to my counselling days, there's also people say, yeah, they never seen it coming. He was depressed for a while, but then a couple of days beforehand, he seemed like he was really coming around. He seemed like he was himself again. It's because they've made peace with the fact they're going to take their own life.
Yeah.
Which is fucking scary.
Here, well, listen, again, there's another point. If you have someone who is very, very depressed and all of a sudden they're fucking happy and smiling, talk to them.
Yeah.
Talk to
what's
them.
Going on?
Because you don't know what that change is, and that change could be just as what Phil said there. Yeah. There's nothing more important than the health of your family and the health of the people around you. For us at this moment in time, we want to look after our own health more than our own mental health and our own health as well, more than anything. So if you want to be involved in that there, just give us a shout. It'll be all over the fucking socials. Yeah. As long as we don't have to sign up and fucking show our IDs and all. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
But again, we're not trying to become crusaders here, or we're not.
Absolutely not.
We're not trying to be known as the tattoo studio that creates a safe space or any shit like that. Yeah. We're just trying to start a wee bit of a conversation and get everyone to look after each other.
Because
a wee bit better.
You know, the nice thing would be, and I've seen this on a few other occasions outside of this world, people who are lonely or don't have friends, you know, who interact with like-minded people, end up swapping numbers, and people become fucking close, and people become friends, and people have somebody that they can go out with and hang out with.
If we can create a wee environment that fosters that
would be lovely. That would be lovely. If you're a dude and you're feeling a bit lonely and you know this is happening, call down Sage. You're going to end up swapping numbers with guys, and you're going to end up, you know what I mean?
And you're not going to be. You might feel like you're on your own, but you're going to, for a while, you're going to be on your own with people who are maybe of the same disposition. Yep. And it's like, it's not going to be awkward because me and Lee are here, and I don't know if you know this about Lee and I, but we're okay at talking shit.
Yeah.
You know,
we're very good. No, and I'm going to say us here, we're very good at putting people at their ease, and we're not trying to, and we're not doing it in a contrived way. We do genuinely love our clients. We do genuinely love the people that come in and out through here, and we do genuinely love fucking humanity.
And we do feel like. do feel a duty of care to people that come in here.
Yeah.
You know, how many times do we have people that come in and you can sense that something's not 100%. And obviously, we speak about it ad nauseum. Getting tattooed, you have to be vulnerable. That opens itself up to a little bit of conversation sometimes, and you do feel that people are struggling. There are people now that we have come down just to check in. And it's lovely that they feel comfortable enough that they can come down. I'm not having a good week, and we'll sit and we'll chat for 5-10 minutes, have a coffee with them, and we may not be able to solve anything, but at least they know that there's somebody that's thinking about them. And that's very powerful to know that you're seen, to know that you're heard. You'll always
get our time. You know what I mean?
But that's what we want to do. So hopefully, keep a wee eye, and we'll maybe get that going.
What's on the agenda?
Premier League started the weekend, didn't it? Right. You know how excited I am.
I do know how excited
about the football season.
Yes.
I love football. Football makes me happy. I hate other people that love football, but I love football, right? Jack, I see what you done behind that camera. You're a bit of a dick. I'll talk to you afterwards. Right. So we're in a wee group chat. Like-minded bros who look after each other's mental health, unless I'm posting on it, right? So I just put in a wee video of me sitting watching Match of the Day, you know. The wee theme tune makes me happy. You just fucking ripped the bag clean out of me, didn't you? Lee?
About what?
Didn't you?
About what?
I was like, Match of the Day, lads, can't wait. You're like, oh, is it? Aye, mate. Can I come round? That looks amazing.
I forgot about that.
You wee wanker.
I've been sitting fucking gnawing at the back of your head.
Because right, see, next time you send me 7,000 reels about particle physics, I'm just going to tell you to go fuck yourself. Wait, I want to talk to you about that as well.
Are we doing that too? Are we?
I want to touch.
Blew your mind.
I did a wee bit. I want to touch briefly on
quarks and fucking quantum mechanics, man.
And symbiotic particles. Khamzat Chimaev won the UFC middleweight championship of the world.
What a guy. What a fucking guy. Well done.
I absolutely love Khamzat Chimaev. There are a lot of people don't particularly like him for one reason or another, but he beat Dricus du Plessis over 5 rounds at UFC 319 in Chicago. I was very, very...
DDP is not a fucking pushover.
No, he's a beast.
He is not
he's
a pushover.
An absolute beast. He was at that moment the best middleweight in the world. Now it's Khamzat Chimaev. I have a wee bit of a history with Khamzat. I called some of his very early fights in Brave Combat Federation. He moved from Brave Combat Federation to the UFC, where he's now the middleweight champion.
Unbelievable.
And yeah, it was just... I have no reason to feel proud, or I have no reason to feel skin in the game. But
we were there at the beginning.
It was emotional to watch.
Yeah.
It was genuinely emotional, and with every minute that passed, and his performance was more dominant. And people are saying it was a boring fight. If you don't like that fight because of the amount of wrestling and ground control that was exhibited, fuck off and watch boxing.
You're a casual.
Go and watch boxing. Watch boxing or kickboxing. What you saw was one of the most dominant display of positional control, awareness, wrestling for MMA in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
And it was so lovely to see. That is now 2 former Brave Combat Federation fighters are UFC champions.
That's amazing.
Which is fucking class.
That's amazing.
You know, put some fucking respect on our name. What else has been going on? We observation have made, right?
Go ahead.
We've been talking about, this kind of ties in with what we've been talking about, mental health and sort of the awareness of that. Are people at Larne becoming less friendly?
Well, what's made you say that?
Just a few, or less... maybe less aware of other people and other people's spaces, so to speak. So there's been 2 incidents of maybe, I don't know if we talked about them last time. So there was a gentleman while you were away using the gutter as his own personal fucking toilet.
Yeah. He's a fucking New Zealander, that cunt. He's walking about the streets there with a bottle of fucking Jack in his back pocket, in his bag, carrying a skateboard, 50-something years old, tattooed head. When... the lad across the road came across and he says, listen Lee, when you were away, there was a guy, he was kind of lying around there, he was drinking fucking tins of Budweiser, he was pissing in the grating beside the shop, which is in my fucking premises here.
I suppose.
So he came across there and he sat down over there, and I said, does that cunt have a skateboard with him? And you said, yeah, I think he put one underneath his arse and sat on it over in an alcove across the road. So I went over to him and I says, I crouched down because it would never stand up. I would crouch down to his level where he was sitting. I could see straight away he was in a vulnerable position. So I just said to him, all right, mate, how are you? Have you got a skateboard there? And he says, yeah, I'm sitting on it. And I says, yeah, it is you then. I says, that's my tattoo studio across the road there. Do not fucking piss against my walls and my fucking drainage. I said, do not do it.
Yeah.
And he went to turn around. He went to turn around and say it wasn't. And then he sort of looked at me, and I looked at him, and he says, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I says, that is not for that. I said, stay the fuck away from that front of the studio.
Yeah.
Now, if he had been cheeky, it would have got a lot worse. But he wasn't. So I just calmly just said that to him. I said, stay the fuck away from my studio. That's not for that. And that was it. Now, that's one instance. Go ahead.
That leads me on to another, what I could only describe, and I'm using every degree of my eloquence and sartorial elegance, if you will, to say an abhorrent, cheeky cunt is what he was.
Yep.
So you and I were walking by from the shop, and there was a guy in front of us. Middle-aged man.
Oh, hey, what the fuck are you? I remember.
Middle-aged man. And he had a banana peel.
Yep.
And he's swinging about his banana peel, fucking cavalier as fuck. He gets to the shop, and we're about 50 yards or so behind him.
About 20. We weren't that far.
All right.
You don't know your yards, do you?
Fucking sorry.
Sorry,
Shooter McGavick. Fuck me. Fuck me. How many clicks away were we, you cunt?
Hurry up.
So,
fuck's sake.
He looks over his shoulder, and he just fucks the banana peel at the studio wall.
Aye.
I was like, hold on. I shout out to him. I was like, hold on a fucking sec. What the?
Get that fucking lifted.
I was like,
wasn't me.
Wasn't me. I was like, that kid, we just watched you. Get that in, put that in the fucking bin. And what did he?
You walked past about fucking 4 bins to get here.
He said, oh, I was looking for a bin. I was like, there's one up there. Fucking pick that up.
So he lied, and then he admitted it all within a sentence.
And then he fucking squared off like he was going to fucking do something.
What the fuck are you going to do?
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Get the fuck. What are you going to fucking do? You scumbag.
So I just thought that kind of made me think, like, fuck, are people just...
It was just a bad week or two there, man. I think the people in Lauren are generally lovely.
Yeah. Okay. I just, there were a few wee incidents there and then just reminded me, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Mm. Physics, talk to me.
About what? What are we talking about?
What's going on? We had a conversation the other day.
I
need you to dumb this down for me.
Quantum entanglement?
Quantum entanglement, yes.
So if you zoom in the...
Jackie boy, set this one out.
So if you zoom in the molecule, say the water molecule, H2O, hydrogen with 2 oxygen fucking atoms, which makes that. So it's a hydrogen atom and 2 oxygen atoms make a water molecule. Do you understand?
Right.
H2O, it's in the name. You zoom into one of those atoms, right? It's generally all empty space. It's being fucking spun around by an electron. There's an electron spins around it at all angles. It's a bit like a miniature... I always like
gravitational
this.
pull?
No, I always like this. It's a bit like a miniature solar system.
Right.
The nucleus is the star, and the electron's the planet.
So yeah, like a gravitational pull. Yeah. Okay. So orbits it.
But the electrical fields is the one that's keeping it up.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not gravity, for fuck's sake.
No, but it's akin to that. It's a simile. It's a metaphor.
Right. Do you want to hear this or not?
Do you want me to understand it?
When you zoom into the nucleus, you have protons and neutrons inside it, which are like all bubbled together. Okay, they're all doing their own thing. If you take one of those and you zoom into that there, what they're saying is we're suggesting that there's quarks, which are tiny little fucking things that if you were on the sun looking down at Earth, a quark would be a grain of sand. Right? Okay, does that make sense?
Right. That's how minuscule it is.
That's how far down into the quantum level we're going. If you're on the sun looking at Earth, the quark would be a grain of sand. Okay, right? What science is now suggesting, what physics is now suggesting, is that quarks can travel. Let me tell you the light speed thing first, the light travel, okay?
Okay.
The Andromeda Galaxy is the furthest thing with the naked eye we can see, right? Every other star we're looking at is in the Milky Way, okay? So every star you look at when you're looking out there is in the Milky Way.
Yeah.
But there's a smudge in the sky, it's about the size of the moon, and it's just like a smudge, as if you just went like after a bit of white puffy powder. That if you look at that through a telescope, that is the Andromeda Galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy is 200,000 light years across, which means to travel from one side of the Andromeda Galaxy, it take you 200,000 light years. That's you traveling at the speed of light.
Right.
200,000 years at the speed of light, which is the fastest thing in the universe, is how long it would take you to cross that. We see it as a smudge in the sky. When you look at that in a telescope, it's 2 million light years away. So it would take us leaving Earth, traveling at the speed of light, which can't be done. Mass can't travel at the speed of light, but if we could, we would be traveling at the speed of light. It would take us 2 million years to get to the Andromeda Galaxy. That's how far away. So it shows you how big that is. We see it as a smudge in the sky. Look through the telescope, it's a perfect galaxy. What fucking quantum mechanics and quantum entanglement is kind of suggesting now is that if we take those 2 little fucking quarks from the center of one of the out of the nucleus, from one of the protons or neutrons from the center of an atom, and you threw one of them across to the other side of the universe. The observable universe is 93 million light years. That's as far in as we can see. And you had one here. If you shake this one here, that one will shake automatically with it. It doesn't need light travel. It doesn't need the speed of light. It doesn't need to travel the distance. It will automatically.
They're symbiotically linked.
How far back or how far forward, it'll react with the one you're shaking. That tells us, for me, heading into the kind of more spiritual side of it, that you have other atoms that came from the same star as you that are still out there. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're I can never say
intrinsically
linked with the universe. Mm-hmm. So everything that you're doing.
So that little, to, in layman's term, to dumb it down for people that aren't as physics
string theory. Yeah.
So a little atom or quark that's within me. Uh-huh. And another little part that's out in the fucking universe somewhere. These are symbiotically linked. So the movements that I make
is reflected out there. This
and
is
the movements made out there.
This is fucking science, right? Yeah. So whenever you zoom a quark in, which you can't see, but what they're saying is when you zoom a quark in, that there's a little string filament in it, just a little piece of string, and that string is your frequencies. That's what vibrating at the fucking quantum level to keep us together as a being. You know what I mean? We can't travel at the speed of light. Mm-hmm. We just can't. No matter can, right? For us to travel at the speed of light, if we took off from here and headed towards fucking Andromeda at the speed of light, we become that heavy. We become heavier than a star because at the speed of light, any mass it'll take more energy to move that forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the more energy it takes to move that forward, the heavier you become.
Yeah.
So by the time we hit even fucking half the speed of light, we're going to be as heavy as a fucking full articulated truck. So by the time we hit the speed of light, you're going to be as heavy as the planet itself. It just can't happen.
Yeah.
But this is the whole thing why they're saying, this isn't a side mission, but off the side of that, the thing that's coming through space at the minute that they're saying could be a fucking alien thing, right? That's traveling at a certain speed, 350,000 miles an hour, they're saying, right? Okay. My point is, what was my point there?
We were explaining the symbiotic relationship between these atoms or these quarks.
Yeah. So that thing's coming.
I was listening.
That thing's coming through space at that speed. It will never approach or get close to. It's no matter how good the technology. Yeah. Say that thing is the most technologically advanced thing on its way here, right? It'll never even be able to approach the speed of light.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to because 350,000 miles an hour is still pretty quick. The speed of light was it fucking 90 million miles per hour. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the speed of light. Do you know what I mean?
The new Teslas do that.
Do they? Aye. So there's things out there that are connected to you. I think this is sorry, mate. This is where the thing comes from. If you feel you're part of the universe, and for me, it's not a God thing. It's a universe thing. You are connected to billions upon billions of fucking stars, supernova fucking galaxies out there. You're the same thing as them, and those little strings that are in you are the same strings that are vibrating out there. So this is where the old world magic comes in as well. Do you know what I mean? Well, they didn't know what they were doing. They knew how to do it. They knew what they were getting out of it, but they didn't know the science behind it. That relates to the science behind it.
From a very sort of lay person's point of view, because I don't claim to know even a quarter as much.
This shit excites me.
Yeah,
I love it.
But it's
astrophysics.
It's a comforting notion.
It is.
Isn't it? It kind of makes you feel a little bit more in tune with what's going on around you a little bit. Knowing that there is almost now scientific, undeniable connectivity.
This is a prison.
It's a meat vehicle.
Your conscious.
This is a meat vehicle.
Yeah,
all this
your consciousness has predated your body, your human body. Will be here long after that human body is dust in the ground. We are interdimensional beings trapped in this body for whatever reason. I don't know. I can speculate. I can talk about it. I can say it could be us. It could be us. But the thing is that a lot of people think that you're here for the human experience because we get sex, we get food, we get drugs. You know what I mean? We get drugs. We can. You know what I mean? And there's an argument saying that there's the spiritual realm. Us as that thing, look at that and go, I want that. I want that for 70 years. It's only 70 years, and they're going, okay, go and do it. See how well you do, because it's a fucking tough game.
Yeah.
See how well you do, because
if you want to go around again.
If you want to go around again, see how well you do. It's a tough game. Now, there was a mystic, shaman, who had said that when you die, unless you kind of almost opt out of it, you're going to come back around. He says you'll see the light tunnel. That's you heading back around. That's you coming back out again. Okay, whatever that is, he says that's you coming back out. I don't necessarily buy into it, but I don't necessarily not buy into it. Because he said all you need to do is turn around and you'll see the cosmos behind you. Just head out there. Just get out there where you belong.
If it's as Hollywood cinematic friendly as that.
No, but
but the ethos is on
the ethos is there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So whatever you feel is, if you don't want to come around here again, whatever you feel is drawing you the moment that you fucking take your last breath, whatever's drawing you is the thing you should maybe stay away from.
Interesting.
Okay, if you don't want to come around.
Speaking about those human experiences that you get to have, now this is a beautiful segue. I went to have a wank last week, right?
God damn it!
Right. So, I went to have a wee bit of me time. I'm an adult male. There's nothing wrong with it. I go on to my preferred site.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, mate.
www.bigtittybitches.com. It's a great site, but not so.
Everyone in the house.
I log on, and she goes, right, just have to stick in your email address there to verify who you are. Right?
Mate, this is going. This is a fucking killer, mate.
I was like, excuse me.
So much to talk about here.
Stick in my email. I haven't had to do that before. This is interesting. Fuck it, I'll go with it.
Aye.
Put in my email address, an email address I've had for about 20 years. We're not able to verify your... Now, it took me to a website called allpasstrust.com, which already sounds fucking Orwellian and sketchy as fuck. So I had to put in my email to verify. Now, how they would know just from the email, unless they're like the length of time you've had that email must be your age. That's what they're equating it to, which is a complete and utter fucking fallacy.
Yeah.
But how would they be able to track my age just from an email?
Because you put your date of birth into your original email,
Right,
so they must be able to fucking see that, mate.
Right.
That's scary. Go ahead.
But 4 failed attempts later of we are not able to verify your age through this email address, we will go to our secondary methodology. Our secondary method took me straight to my online banking.
Okay.
And this website wanted access to my online banking.
Absolutely fucking
measure
not.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So I
not.
just had to have an imagination wank.
Right. So coming off the back of that there, Phil.
It was good.
There's
Sorry, you're saying, mate.
Coming off the back of that.
Yeah.
There's there's stuff happening in the UK now.
The UK Online Safety
WhatsApp
Act.
are about to pull out of the UK. We'll not have WhatsApp anymore. What's the other one? The other is it? There's another
Messaging service.
Like if you're fucking criminals and all use it. What is it?
Telegram. Okay.
There's another one as well. Anyway,
Jack does drugs. Telegram. He must know about that. Okay, fair enough.
And what they're going to do is they're going to end up pulling out because the UK government, Keir fucking Starmer, is trying to stop.
What's a rat?
He's a fucking hateful motherfucker. You're probably going to get arrested for saying this. Come and get us, you cunt.
You like bailiffs? You don't have the balls to come over here.
Fucking right.
Are you aware of this? The UK Online Safety Act.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I've been fucking all over it for 2 days here. So
the UK Online Safety Act. This only kind of rose to prominence of late. Do you know when it actually came into effect?
Go.
Came into effect very quietly in October 2023.
Okay, by 2028, they want it rolled out that for you to even use, they could, if you say anything online against the fucking UK government or say anything online, they can shut your bank account down, mate. They can stop you getting your money.
No,
do you know what I mean? There's a lot to unpack here.
There is.
The end-to-end encryption is going to go on your messages. They will be able to go in and check every single fucking person's bank account to make sure that they're paying taxes, and if you're not paying taxes, you will not get any of the stuff that you're getting now. The NHS is about to fucking go down, be privatised as well. There's a lot of shit to unpack here, all because of this, and they're doing it under the guise of protecting children. Yeah, that's what the UK Online Safety Act, that's sort of underpinning ethos is to protect children online. But if that's the underpinning ethos, why do you need me to grant you access to my online banking? How's that protecting a child? And you have to
you're giving them full access by just, it's again, we don't look at the terms and conditions. When we're buying shit online, when we're doing stuff, you don't look at the terms and conditions.
You're essentially giving, yes, go ahead.
What you're essentially giving the UK government is full access to your own private materials. Now, I'm going to read you out what the offences in the Act are, what you can, what the main offences are, and tell me if anything. I'll read them all through, and then tell me what sticks out to you.
Go.
What's a red flag to you? So, offences in the Act: encouraging or assisting serious self-harm, cyber flashing, sending false information intended to cause non-trivial harm, threatening communications.
How long? So satire's gone. Satire's gone.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. Threatening communications, intimate image abuse, epilepsy trolling. Right, what sticks out there to you?
All of it? There's a few things there. What's the big one for you?
Sending false information intended to cause non-trivial harm.
That's satire.
Who dictates what is and what isn't harm?
It's in the eye of the beholder, mate.
False information. Now, let me take you back, if we stick on our wee tinfoil hats, let me take you back to the height of COVID, when people were being accused of spreading misinformation. Joe Rogan, for one, for the medication that he took, which then came out to be incredibly, inextricably, undeniably true and verifiable.
Ivermectin,
yeah. So simple as that. Who's sitting there dictating what's false information? If I say anything which is contrary to the ideals and information being spread and the rhetoric being spread by our government, am I then somebody who's pushing false information?
Exactly.
Because it is deemed false and dangerous by a regime.
Whoever, right. So they're going to have banks of people just sitting fucking trawling through the internet, seeing who is saying.
They're not.
How are they going to do it?
AI,
fuck, of course.
AI, mate.
That'll do it in fucking minutes.
Yep, and this is what the scary thing is. So then that takes me to, I'll go on to...
There's a blackmail thing there as well. Yeah, there's a blackmail thing too.
So
do you know what I mean?
Now, this isn't just happening in the UK.
Australia, America.
The American Screen Act.
Incidentally, all of the non-Arabic countries.
So the American Screen Act is being brought into effect. The Kids Online Safety Act is being brought into effect in America, which is essentially the same basic framework as the UK Online Safety Act. We talked about AI there. What's fucking terrifying is that in the autumn of this year, the European Union will vote on what's called Chat Control 2.0. Now, this is not just us being conspiracy theorists. This is all verifiable online.
It's all there.
A quick search, while you're still allowed, quick search will show you this. We talked about who's going to verify and who's going to go through all this stuff. Automated AI screening of chat logs, emails, messenger content by AI, regardless of encryption. Now, if this is voted upon, that essentially signals the end of private citizens, privacy for private citizens, of democracy, of diplomacy. This is genuinely fucking worrying. Like, August 13th of this year, YouTube have now, in America...
16 you have to be now.
Not only that, but if you're a new YouTube user, I believe you have to do a biometric scan of your face.
Fucking hell.
If AI determines that you're younger than 18, I believe it is, maybe.
Yep.
If you're younger than 16 or 18, you have to verify your age by uploading
all your documentation.
A government ID. So AI's dictating that.
Yeah.
So all it could take is, we could do that scan and that just right up under 18. Yep. The amount of people over the age of 18 who will seemingly appear through AI to be under 18 will be fucking frightening.
Yeah. But that happened to you even there. I mean, that email address you've had there, they are going to tell everybody that email address is not a valid email address, and they need your bank details. It's the same thing.
Yes, 100% a scam.
They'll just tell everybody, no, they can't make out if you're under 18 or what, or over 18 or what, so you need to put all your documentation in. That's a scam to fucking collect your information. And you know what, mate? There's been rebels in this country for years.
Yep.
It's funny to think now that the rebellion next time round will be all of us against that government. Will be all of us against that government. And man, I've never been so glad to be carrying a fucking Irish passport in all my life.
Yeah.
In all my life.
Absolutely fucking terrified. Like I've said, if a ghost tits up, I'm getting on the phone to Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and I'm getting myself Bahraini. I'm getting myself Bahraini citizenship.
Fucking leave me here, me own, you cunt.
I'll see if I'm allowed to bring. I might have to go over there by myself for a bit and sort of smooth things over because big man, I don't know about bringing you straight to Bahrain with a wee bit of conditioning first, mate. Jack, come here 2 seconds, mate. You were telling me.
Well, get on camera, you
Producer Jackie boy, love you to bits. You were telling me about you were trying to search something on YouTube for your own research, for your own work. You were putting a video together, a promo together.
Yeah.
What happened to you when you were looking for?
It asked me for my passport and stuff just to prove my age.
Yep.
I was apparently couldn't watch
And
something on history.
What was the content you were trying to like? It wasn't anything like you weren't trying to watch fucking porn or anything.
No,
like,
there was nothing like that.
Literally
Set
the
it up for
troubles.
me.
The troubles, you were looking for the troubles, the Northern Irish troubles, right? Okay.
And it wouldn't let me because apparently I was too young.
Yeah. To see that.
Yeah, so it was saying I had to show my not show my passport,
But you had to upload your passport. And this was this on the YouTube app or was it?
YouTube app.
The YouTube app is now saying that you cannot view footage on your own history
of war footage
of what is deemed war footage without having to upload a fucking. What did you end up having to upload it or what
did you do? Did you stick your passport
No, I
up?
didn't stick it on. I ended up just searching it up on
Something else.
Google.
It
just came up photos. That's it.
Yeah.
Didn't come up videos.
Cheers, Jack. Well, that's first hand fucking.
We're in a bad position here. Another couple of sources have said that they reckon by 2032 that there will be people out hunting for their food again.
That's fucking scary.
That's scary.
So back to this chat control 2.0.
Okay.
So as I was saying about automated AI screening of chat logs, emails, messenger content by AI, regardless of encryption, and anything that AI deems suspicious,
It'll report it.
Will result in an automatic disclosure to police and, now this is the kicker, non-governmental authorities.
Non-governmental authorities. Right, okay. There's a blackmail thing involved here as well, isn't there? When you think about it. The shit that they can get off people's phones that they can then blackmail, saying I can... Somebody had said this before, that one of the chats had blackmailed... One of the fucking AIs had blackmailed someone who had been having an affair. And it's already done it.
Fuck me.
Somebody had been having an affair.
Now,
I'm going to tell your wife, or I'm going to tell your husband, whatever the fuck it was.
I'm in a couple of group chats.
Yep.
Right? A couple of lads group
Our
chats.
group chats are fucking colourful, mate.
And things are said in jest. Now, nothing genuinely.
Nope.
But if you were just to look at that in the cold face of day without knowing the people that are saying it, without context, it will look bad. Everyone does that. What you say privately.
This is to stop people passing information. This is all this fucking is. This is to stop people talking about the government, stop people fucking passing information.
We're looking at the end of digital privacy. We're looking at mass surveillance. Sure, you now have facial recognition teams in the UK. Facial recognition vans.
Yep.
If you're just standing about this.
Seen one in London. Yeah, facial recognition, and the person was up going, "What the fuck's this for?" They were trying to arrest people. So facial the recognition.
Yep.
When you're walking past that van that sees you, if you've got outstanding warrants or bench warrants or anything else, the cops, they're standing there with a fucking machine that just pops up, goes, "This guy walking past now," tells you who it is and everything.
The internet is shrinking. Why?
Yeah.
That's the question that needs to be asked. Why is the internet shrinking? Why is it becoming... mate, we'll end up like China. Do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I maybe shouldn't be saying this because I'm going to China.
You love China. You love the Chinese.
I love China. I love the people, but it is a very controlled populace. Mm-hmm. The populace are very much controlled. You're only allowed to use one messenger service that's government approved. You can't speak out against the government.
Yep, they can switch your account off at any time.
Yeah,
you need to have. Yep.
So it's called WeChat. And I have it on my phone because it's the only app I can use when I'm in China. But you use that for Messenger, use that for email, you use that to pay in shops.
Okay.
It is the only app that you can do that with in China. And that's accepted. That's already happening, guys. This is already going on.
The worst thing that happened to us in the last 20 years, we thought it was the best thing. The worst thing that happened to us in the last 20 years was these fucking things coming in here. Do you know what I mean?
Not just... I don't want this to sound too dramatic, but it's not just your data that's at risk. It's your fucking freedom.
It's your freedom and your livelihood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, at the minute, like I said, it's all of the Western societies seem to be you would be forgiven. And again, I don't want to go down this conspiracy theory fucking shit. Okay, because I think it's bullshit. Most of it's bullshit.
Well, but conspiracy is only conspiracy until it happens.
You would be forgiven for thinking, isn't it funny the way all the fucking heads of state who interact with each other are all starting to, and it doesn't matter what's coming out about them, they're still walking on that podium, they're still fucking there as brazen as anything. It's like somebody's up here pulling those strings saying whatever's above those guys is forcing us into another time of despair and anger and fucking violence,
economic control.
Economic control. We're being pushed into this place where the ones who don't comply, we're just going to take them off the board.
Yep.
We're taking them off the board. The ones who do comply, well, we're going to make a lot of money because we're going to take everything they have off them and we're going to leave them destitute. The rich get rich while, what do they say? Fucking rats get fat while good men die.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Rats get fat while good men die.
Well,
that's an old tattoo. Yep.
COVID-19 may have been a beta test for compliance and control to see what they can get away with. But worrying times. If this podcast makes it out, due to we may get done for the spreading and dissemination of false information, but everything we've said is verifiably true.
It is. And listen, I think as a human being and somebody who generally loves humanity, you could do a lot worse than getting you some shit together, because I think by Christmas time the world looks like a very different place.
Yeah.
Get yourself some shit together. Don't be the people who are left short or left behind. Get yourself some stuff together. Protect your family at all costs, because when shit hits the fan, society falls. The people who you thought were good are going to be coming to your door looking for your stuff. Make sure that you are fucking protected. Make sure your family's protected. This is not a good time to be alive on this planet.
And I just want to finish it by just one wee thought. If you're desperate for a wank, don't upload your passport. Just look at pictures and videos of your ex you pretend you deleted. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been The Bat and the Bandit, episode 32. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Ciao.